some content. There we go. I'm going to record. I am going to cut my camera off because since we are working in a live website, Zoom makes the internet just go a little slow when you're using your camera and website. But I wanted to welcome everybody back. And if you do have another device, if you grab that device, you might want to click some of these buttons while we are going through these settings today. So first off, everybody is still waking up and checking their dashboard. When I woke up this morning, I checked my dashboard and take a look there. A client is online live 4 minutes ago, 5 minutes ago, 7 minutes ago, 18 hours ago. 18 hours ago. So that means that she is actively looking. So I definitely need to make sure that she is on my call list today. This is her favorite house. She sent me a text message about this one. This one she's looked at 5 times. So don't forget. Also, you get to see how many times they have viewed a property. So this one is 2 times, that one is 5 times. So this seems to be the important one. I bet, and I'll check my phone before we hang up. I bet I'm going to have a text message from her this morning by the time we finish our call. All right, so we have that there. We're going to use our side menu and just go right on down to website manager. Here is where we will find some features and things that we can do right at the top. These are the fast buttons at the top. Oh, let me go all the way to the top because I'm not all the way there. And I'll open my screen a little bit because this is how it looks when your screen is wide open. So you'll have go to site editor, manage my website settings, and then you'll have some Word. If you do blogs, WordPress, you have a XML file. So that is some coding. But the first thing you want to look at is to make sure that you have a photo. Your photo should be there because we've already set up our profiles, right? Here's where there's an overview of your template, but you can also change it. So you can make some changes right here. Remember, anything that is a blue button, you can start making changes right here on this first page, or we can click through each of these tabs. All right, I'm going to go ahead and start clicking through the tabs because the first thing I want to share with you is that you can connect your Zillow profile in order to post Zillow reviews on your kvCORE site, okay? And I do have that set up for my site already. So you see my Zillow reviews. Well, you see my reviews right here. You see the source of them. These are actually my kvCORE reviews. However, to make sure that your Zillow reviews are here, you need to click this button and then it will walk you through connecting kvCORE, but I'll show you where else this is shown as well. But you want to make sure if you don't already have it, that it is right there. And I'll show you guys what it looks like for reviews to show up and how you see.
Recording in progress.
Let me mute everybody. Okay, there we go. All right, so your reviews will be right here under your agent and testimonials. And you see that I do have my reviews on Zillow turned on. So you also see there, this page is also for you this link can be sent to your client so that they can leave you a review also. So at the very top, it says, tell us your story, because that's the first thing we want to ask. We want to ask for a testimonial first, and then they can see the testimonials that have been left on the left side, and they can see the ones that are on Zillow on the right side. Okay, so if you want reviews, take this link here and just copy and paste it, send it to your clients in an email or even a text message and ask them to leave you a review. Now, a question I often get when I'm talking about reviews and kvCORE is Nakia. I have reviews on Google.com. On my Google page. I have reviews on my Facebook page. Can they just be shown on kvCORE? Well, there's no connection to it. However, you can add a testimonial yourself. So you can go over to your Facebook reviews, your Google reviews, or anywhere you have reviews, and you can cut and paste it right here. All right, so I love this because that's actually what I did. I have reviews on LinkedIn also. I'm looking at one right here, Constance left me one on LinkedIn. So I copied and pasted it right into my kvCORE, okay? And also, you can turn on or off reviews. So if you don't want all of these reviews to show, I have 43. If you don't want all of them to show, you can turn them off simply by clicking this button here. Any questions on reviews, or so that I know that everyone is awake this morning, because I have not heard from one person today yet. Let me turn my camera back on and see if I see you guys out there. Anybody have any questions about reviews and testimonials before we go any further? Or everybody just type review in the chat box, so I'll make sure that on this Friday morning. All right, Kathy's listening. Heather is all set. Who else? Who else is out there with us this morning? Don't leave us hanging. You guys are not awake on this. Okay, there we go. There we go. There we go. Kathy had no idea. Good. I'm glad. See, that's why we have these meetings. That's why we have these meetings. So I'm glad already right off the top, something that somebody didn't know, and something for homework. If you don't have any reviews or testimonials here, that is your homework this week. We want to fill up your testimonials. We want to make sure that your reviews are showing. If you don't have any reviews on Zillow, even though this is not a Zillow class, go ahead and get some reviews on Zillow as well. You need reviews. People are interviewing you silently before they are interviewing you by telephone, by social media. They're doing a background check. So to have reviews and have what other people are saying about you matters to people. You know, when you're buying a pair of shoes, you look at the reviews, right? I do. Okay, clothes, everything now. I look at the reviews. I want to know, I want to see a review from the person that wears the same size as me too, right? So they're going to scroll through these reviews. They're going to look at more than one. They're going to scroll through. If I'm a buyer, I want to see what a buyer said about you. Or if I'm buying, if I service 2 states, if I'm buying in New York versus New Jersey, I want to see a buyer that was in New York. What did that New York buyer say about you, right? So make sure you have a wide range or more than one review. Also, while we are on site content, you can feature zip codes, areas, neighborhoods, and keywords. All right, that's a technical term, but your search areas, your farming areas is probably what's most familiar to you. If you have farming areas, areas you like to work in, even the area that you live in, if you're the neighborhood specialist, if you're the HOA specialist, right? You want to make sure that you have that in that service area in your kvCORE, because it's going to help with search engine optimization. So if I'm a buyer, I'm looking in zip code 28117, or I'm looking in the Lake Norman area, I'm looking in Mooresville. If I'm looking in this area, Nakia at EXP, her website is going to push out, right? Because I have this search engine optimization service area. So I may be in the contending agents that this person who is surfing the internet looking up 28117, looking at homes in 28117 or Lake Norman, they may get my website. Okay, so you want to put as many areas as you can, as many areas as you want to work in here. I believe you just put in a zip code. Let me just see. I did this already. Let me just put another one in here. Let me see. 28227. Yes. So you just put the zip code there, and then it falls right in here somewhere. Let me see. Oops. Let me see. Uh-oh. Why'd I go from 10 to 9? Hold on. Something happened. Let me see. There it is. Now, if you notice, they put the zip code there, but there's no keywords. So for me, I Googled it, or actually I sent it to ChatGPT. And I asked ChatGPT, what are the keywords for this zip code for SEO? Let me just type that, and I'm gonna do it live for y'all. For SEO, what are keywords for zip code 28227? And ChatGPT is telling me not the right answer. Hold on. They're giving me everything but what I wanted. Maybe I did it in Google. Hold on. Let me say, where is 28227? They just giving me Charlotte, North Carolina, but that's not what I wanted. I wanted something else. Maybe I could ask, what are some neighborhoods in there? I did all the other ones and they gave me more information. So maybe I'm going to tell you what prompt I used because I can go back in my history, but we're going to keep on moving. I'm going to put Charlotte now. If you want more than one, you're going to put Charlotte, comma, and then what you want is the next one, and what you want is the next one, and what is you want is the next one. So it does have keywords. Let me show you. Real estate, and that's what ChatGPT just told me. I have Nakia Evans Realtor. This is another one, you guys. Diverse neighborhoods, housing market. So somewhere I got the keywords. I thought I got keywords from ChatGPT, but I got to think of what prompt I put in here. But as you see, it's not only just the area. If people are searching for this, I want to show up. So if people are searching for Plaza Midwood, Nakia Evans, her website, I want my website in the running, right? So that's why we have these SEO categories right here. Okay, so add all of your areas and all of your keywords. All right, I'm gonna leave that there for a second. I'll come back later and fix that. Is there questions right there? Because I might have confused y'all a little bit because I did a lot. Anybody have a question right there? Add your zip code, add your keywords. If you don't know keywords for the area, or if you don't know what your keywords or your SEO words are, write that down, because for marketing purposes, you do want to have some SEO words, whether it's right here or on social media captions, anywhere, TikTok, YouTube, it's going to be important. And I just gave you the very brief statement about it. We can come back at the end. Dawn? Mm-hmm.
I was asking, when doing those keywords, is this just for the website SEO, like it's just in the background of it, or is it actually going to be shown on the website?
No, keywords aren't going to show up. Keywords are for your SEO. So
Okay.
it's the programming, you're raising your hand. If somebody searches for Riverbend, I want my kvCORE website to pop up. So
Okay.
keywords are background, like it's like back office stuff. It's not anything that's going to show up online.
Okay.
Okay, Heather?
So Nakia, I put in ChatGPT SEO, just put in SEO keywords for 29577, which is where I am right now. And it gave me 10.
Thank you. That's what I put in there. SEO keywords. Thank you. My brain is always on overload. Thank you so much. 28227. There we go. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. There we go. Yep. And that's probably what I did, because now that I'm looking up here, I can see what else. So see how I got real estate. I got Nakia Evans Realtor. What words did they give you, Heather? Did they give you like neighborhoods or anything of that nature?
No, it didn't. It basically gave me attractions and hotels.
Oh, well.
Well, I'm in Myrtle Beach right now, so.
Okay, I will put that in there, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. Y'all hear that? So they gave her attractions and hotels. So that's good. So when people, and I'll give you a quick story. The way I the reason I live in Charlotte right now is because I was looking for a hotel to stay in while I was here working for a week. and I was in Google Maps, and I put in the area where I wanted to stay in a hotel at, and Google Maps gave me a listing for a new construction apartment community that was 5 minutes from the hotel. So me, being nosy, I clicked on that button, and the apartment had a special because they were in new construction. They were still building. All of the buildings weren't even up yet. They had a special for $1,400. And I was like, well, darn, if I'm gonna pay $800 for a hotel, I could pay $1,400 and have an apartment for the month. And then I can Airbnb and all of that good stuff, right? Or my kids could stay, my kids could go on vacation. You know, I had so many plans pop into my head from there. But that sounds like, Heather, if they're searching for those hotels, then you and your kvCORE website may pop up and trick somebody like that Google Maps tricked me. And now I live in Charlotte, North Carolina, from the click of Google. And that was their apartment community's SEO optimization, right? So take what Heather gave and what I gave a little bit and just think. If somebody's searching for what, and they're looking for somewhere to live in this area, you might want to use that as a keyword, okay? All right, now let's go to our next little button here is custom pages. So another question I get is, Nakia, can I add pages to my kvCORE website? Yes, you can add pages to your kvCORE website. For me, my pages are right here under more. And it's more about Nakia. I have an eXp agent application over here, and I have Charlotte home ownership. And when people click these buttons, they go to somewhere else, but they get the information from me. So for that one, for mine, I literally take them to another website, okay? You can also design a page. You don't have to take people to another website. For me, my 3 link to something else. But if you wanted to design your own page or maybe put photos or anything else, you're just going to click new page, and then you have the opportunity to give the page a title, and the title is going to be right here. It's going to be what they're clicking. So, make sure the title is relevant. Title is what you want to be seen, because that is seen, Dawn. And then you can add pictures, you could link it, you can add whatever you want. If you just want some writing there, whatever you want, but it becomes another page on your kvCORE website, and it is a custom page. So if you want to do that, or if you have, maybe you write a column in the on another website, and you want that page to be connected. Maybe I teach continuing education classes, right? So maybe as a page that I want connected from here is that continuing education website, right? Anything you could think of. I have my link tree. If you want maybe a social media page connected, and not just the buttons, because yes, we have social media buttons right there. But if you want to actually have, if you're, your YouTube channel or something connected, you could also use that as another page. Or anything you could think of, literally, you can add another page. And I don't know that there's a limit. However, you don't want too much on your website. So you do want to limit it just a little bit. You don't want a lot of crazy stuff. But if you are always telling someone to go to a website, then why wouldn't you just connect it to yours? Because then they could spend time on your website and then go to that website, right? So if you're sending this, like for me, if I'm sending somebody to Charlotte home ownership more than once or twice a month, I'm going to tell them to go to my Nakia Evans, eXpRealty.com, and just click on more, and then you'll see Charlotte home ownership. Okay. So that is a good feature if you want to add some other pages to your website, and without having to design is the good one for just adding the link. But if you want to design it, you can also do that. Any questions about that? Going once, going twice. All right, if we have any bloggers, there is an opportunity for you to blog on your kvCORE website. and I am a inconsistent blogger. If you see, 2020, 2022, I was using my kvCORE all the time for my blog. Then I do have another website that I blog on. So I was over there for a little bit, but then I brought my talents back to kvCORE. I just want to have some things on kvCORE, just to keep my audience here and just because I'm a blogger, a part-time inconsistent blogger, I want to have some blog articles. But if you blog, here is an opportunity there. If you aren't a blogger, but you want to post some articles, Google it, because it's really easy, especially now that we have ChatGPT. ChatGPT will help you write out an article or blog that you can have, and then you can take these links and share them all around. So there's plenty of things you can do with blogs. So if you're thinking about blogging, use kvCORE, because then you don't have to be you don't have to worry about the technology and all of that of a blog. All right. Another favorite feature is right here, QR code. So guess what? You have a QR code for your whole entire kvCORE website, but you can also create a QR code for a listing. Okay. All you do is enter the MLS number and you will generate a QR code for a listing. For your listing, for open house listing, or any listing you have an MLS number for, okay? Just follow your state guidelines as far as marketing and advertising, okay? I wouldn't just use it for any old listing, but you can. Kathy?
Yeah, Nakia,
Uh-huh.
this QR code that we're looking at, could we put that on our signs?
Yeah, well, this goes to your kvCORE website. So yes, you can put the signs, business cards, flyers, anywhere.
Okay,
Yep, you can take
okay,
it.
perfect.
Yep, you can download it and save it. But let me tell you what else you have. So not only do you have it for just your overall website and for listings, but you can have a QR code for, oh, not QR code, I'm sorry. Let me go down here. Not your QR code. If you want people to search your website, have you ever been anywhere and they ask you for a embed code, Kathy, or?
Yes.
Yes. So if you want to embed a property search on another website, here is what it can look like. And here is the code. Okay. So even on, like, I think sometimes when we do, I'm just MailChimp, if you've ever used MailChimp, asks you for embed codes or widgets. Anybody think of any other website? I think Eventbrite may have asked me for an embed code or widget before. What other websites have you guys seen asking you for a widget? Anybody? Am I the only one that's seeing these things? No. No, nobody's doing anything.
I can't think of any right now, but
Okay, but you've seen
yeah,
it.
I've seen it. Yes,
Okay,
I've seen it
okay.
before.
I just want to
Okay.
make sure I'm not going crazy. Thank you. Thank you, Kathy, for reassuring me. But if now you see this and you know we have this. So if you want to take these things to like another place, or if there's another place that calls for embeds or widgets, here is where you will find it. Okay. All right. So now that you know all of these buttons, let's go right over to our editor, our website editor. No, that's not what I wanted to push. Come back. My website settings. Hold on. It is settings. There we go. All right. So what template do you want to use? We have some that are already defaulted here. There's also some in Marketplace, which I believe that Marketplace is ones you can purchase or other ones that are available. I just stuck with Victor. I liked Victor. And in order to test it or to like preview it, you just put your cursor right on it and you can see, slide and see what it looks like. Okay. And the reason I chose Victor is just very simple, black and white. Those are my colors. Black and white. I'm trying to get a little more simplified these days. If you come here and you're looking for something quick and in particular, you can just use this search bar right at the top. or you can just flow through. I think, I suggest the first time that you are setting up your website or the first time you are auditing your website, I say to just flow through the flow chart, just flow through the flow. All right. You can have a primary color, which again, I told you guys I use black. There are background images that are already in kvCORE for you to select through. I just chose the first two. If you're on the beach, like Heather, I would probably choose a beach scene, a lake scene if you're on the lake. If you're in the city, New York, or in the inner city, or that's your specialty area, maybe there. Or I would just find properties, or I would find pictures that look like my business, look like my audience, right? Look like what I want portrayed on my website. There's some mountains. So just take a look and see what you want to choose. And you can choose more than one. So I've chosen two. I don't know the algorithm. I don't know any of that. If you want to get into specifically when this one shows up and when this one shows up, you're going to have to contact kvCORE because I don't know. I've just chosen more than one, and we'll look at my website and see if we even see either one of them, right? Or, we'll click through some buttons and see if we see any of them. I just clicked them. If you make any changes, make sure you hit save, okay? You can also upload your own background image, all right? Just read the instructions if you want your own image to appear, because you do have that opportunity, and there are specifications right there. So you can literally design something on Canva and then bring it back here, or any other graphics design website that you're using, bring it over here, but just make sure you follow the instructions, all right? If you have a secondary logo, so the EXP logo is here, but if you have another logo, you just drop it right into there. Again, make sure you have it formatted properly, and it will appear, so both logos just appear side by side with each other. Too depends on which template you use as well. So if you have a team and you want your team logo, if you have your own private logo, you can add your logo. Okay. Then this one, here's where they just get into questions and answers. So do you want to hide your resources page from the resources tab? You just turn that on. I want the resources page there, but if you don't want it, then you use that. Hide core home. I did not do that. Now, I don't know, this one hides the web content accessibility guidelines content. I don't know why that is there. I might have pushed that by mistake, but I'm going to turn that off because we don't want to hide that. Most state laws require this to be on. All right. So just so you know, accessibility, we do want everybody to have accessibility to our websites. Do you want to hide our office address? No, because most state laws will need your office address to show up also. But if you don't want it to show up, you just turn that off. Hide the print flyer button. It's just a bunch of questions and answers, okay? Here, I want to focus on this one. Forced lead registration. The question is, do you want people window shopping and not giving you their contact information, or do you want contact information? I want contact information from anyone that is scrolling through my website, okay? I don't want window shoppers. I want to know that you are looking at listings, okay? So here is where you set the amount of listings that you will allow a person to look at before they have to register for your site. Now, I don't know what the default is. If someone has never touched this button and yours is still on the default, tell me what the default is, because I've changed mine so many times, I don't even know what the default is anymore. I use 3. You can look at 3 houses on my website, and then I need your name, your phone number, your email address. I need to know you so I can contact you. But as you can see, you can set this from 2 all the
Nakia,
yes.
the default says one property view, just
Okay.
one.
Just one. Okay. So I give people a little bit of opportunity. I kind of warm them up a little bit. So I give 3. Okay. But 1 is the default, and then they got to register if you don't change it. But you can go all the way up to 10. All right. I think people should register ASAP. Heather, what are you thinking?
I can't find this on my kvCORE. Where are we? Show
Oh.
me where to go to get to this.
Okay, so you are in website. So if you go back to, so we clicked on website manager,
Yeah,
and then at the top of the page, website settings, manage my website settings.
okay.
And then you just start rolling through the settings and you get right down here into, it's like right here, forced lead registration.
Okay, I was playing with the buttons on the side, so.
Okay, that's okay. You were trying to get ahead of me a little bit. That's okay.
I was, my ADD's kicking in.
It's okay. I know I'm going slow because we have people here, but I can go a little faster. Hold on. All right. Mandate phone number. I think it's a good idea to mandate a phone number. Ask for name. Yes. Website title here. I want to stop right here. So when your website is sitting in someone's windows, what does it say at the top? Mine's is moving with Nakia. What do you want yours to say? Here is where you want that. You could even have just your name. You could have real estate with your name or whatever you want. You can name your website. I'll tell you where else you will see this at is, don't you know how when you share a website like on Facebook and it creates that thumbnail? And it has like words there, has the bold words, and then it has some fine print right there. This is where you set the settings for how your website shows up in those share thumbnails and in other places. Okay. Moving with Nakia is what I have as the title. And then you need a homepage meta description. All right. I think I had ChatGPT to write this too. So you can tell ChatGPT, my name is Nakia Evans. I am setting up my website. I need a homepage meta description. And they know all of the specifications and all of that good stuff, okay? And this, again, it adds a description to your website beneath the title when you're sharing on Google or on Facebook. This is the description box. So I can show you guys how that look as well. Does anyone need help right here? Website title or your homepage meta description. This is really important. As you see right here, when it's just sitting on my homepage, it's moving with Nakia shows up. Even though this is the whole thing, but right here, the title, what do I want people to see? Okay. Any questions there? Hit that mute button and come off of mute. Anybody have a question or comments? You're okay? All right. Let's keep rolling through. Ask for property unit number. And some of this stuff is just some codes and stuff. I leave anything I don't know or that's already there, I kind of leave alone because I feel like EXP has set that up. I did want to show you guys something here. Additional office address. I know that we have a few people on our call who have more than one office or more than one state license. Here is where your second state should be or your second office should be. Okay. So my first office is North Carolina. My second office is the DC office. Okay. That's my Maryland office. Lisa, hit that mute button if you want to. I think, or if you were just saying hello. Okay. All right. If I see you come off of mute, I'll call on you. This CCPA contact phone number. This is our compliance phone number. This should be your office phone number. Don't mess with this. I don't know that we can, but don't mess with that. That is your office phone number. EXP has already set that up for you. Same thing for CCPA contact email. Don't mess with that. That is our broker information. This is how we stay in compliance with marketing and advertising law from our real estate commissions, okay? Again, right here is where you can also turn on and off your testimonials from Zillow. And here is also where you can set up your Zillow testimonial link. Okay, so it's on this page as well as on the other page. Templates again, you can add a YouTube video. I have no clue where this is, although I put a video here. It's a video about me from my YouTube page. I don't even know where this pops up or populates, but wherever it does, I want it to be there. So I have a YouTube video from my YouTube channel there and I have it saved. So maybe one day I'll discover where this video is. I'm sure we'll push a button or two. Here, down here again on your website, do you want to hide the chat widget? Do you want to use full language wizards? Do you want to use black color for the header, primary color for the header? Just a bunch of questions. It's really quick questions, but there's also learn more buttons. So if you don't understand anything, just click the learn more. Okay. And kvCORE does a really good job with descriptions and telling us, and these help buttons. I love their help buttons because they really help. You know, you're on some other websites and help doesn't help, but kvCORE does help. Custom navigation. You can change these. So right now our search label just says search, but you can change it to what you want if you have some fancy names or different language that you want to use. Cell label. This may help for multilingual people as well. If your audience speaks a different language, here is where you can set up your other languages, okay? So if you mostly work with one community that speaks a certain language, then here is where I would say to change that title, make your website look like you, make your website look like your business, okay? Because we do have the ability to do that. Now, down here, there's only one that I changed, and it was hiring. EXP automatically set up a like agent attraction button on our page, but it was hiring, and that's probably the kvCORE default, but I changed it to join my team, and actually I should probably say join my network because I don't have a team. So I'm going to change that, and I'm going to say save. And when we go to my website, we will see that. So let me see, I'm going to refresh. Let me see if it changes pretty quickly. So it probably needs just a little bit of time. We'll come back to it in a minute and see. I'm gonna click one button and then I'm gonna come back to that button and see how fast. So in real time, we're seeing how fast can our changes show up. Let's see. Still says join my team right there. We'll come back to it in a minute. I'm gonna click it anyway and see if it changes. Come join my team. Let's go back. Hit a refresh again, maybe. Still says join my team. It'll catch up in a little bit, okay? But that is where you will see that change. Let me make sure it's not anywhere else. No, yeah, that is where you'll see that change. Right there, should have been where join my team is, okay? So changes, as you guys see, may take more than a minute, all right? So don't get nervous. Let me just make sure I hit save, join my network. Hit save, website settings, save. So we'll check back just in a few minutes, all right? And just keep scrolling through. When you get to listings carousel, so on your page, we go to our home page and we have listing carousels, right? Mine's are at the bottom. I put mine at the bottom strategically because I want people to scroll through my entire website. Let me turn my camera off. So down here is where we have listings widgets, all right? Here is where you choose what content you want on your website. Now, I just showed you mine, listings in 28215, open houses, just listed. Now, here is where you set that up. You got a few options. You can turn them off completely and not use them at all, or you can use my listings. If you're a listing agent and you have multiple listings, I say use my listings. If your listings aren't showing up, we had this happen yesterday, and agents' listings were not showing up, but they did get some support help, and in 5 minutes it was fixed. So there is a glitch. So if you do have some listings and you click my listings and you don't see your listings, don't worry, just do the person in this little help button couldn't help, but they did get somebody else that could help. They asked for a live person. I think you can ask for a live person using this chat box, and that live person was able to fix it. And if you don't have time to wait, or can't do that chat like that, you can just do a help desk ticket or a support EXP expert care ticket, and they will fix that for you as well. But we did have some agents on a call on a training I was doing yesterday, that had that issue. I chose just listed. That's why the checkbox is right there. We have just reduced, we have open house, or you can choose areas. So for area, if you have a farming area, I think you should have area there. If you are your neighborhood specialist or a neighborhood specialist somewhere, or if you're always buying or helping buyers buy in a certain area, then I say you should have that area right there. And that's why I chose area, because this is the area. I live in this area and I want to work in this area, or I would like lots of leads because I just want to drive a short amount of time to show house, if for nothing else, right? And open houses, I have people that love, love, love open houses. So I want open houses on my website too. Any questions about our widgets right there, our listings widgets? Any questions or carousels? I'm sorry. Questions. You guys are really quiet. All right. So if you use Google Analytics, here is your section. I'm not going to talk about it because I'm not a techie, but if you want to learn more about that, then that is there. And I don't know if I set this, I had to probably have set this up, because a friend of mine does do like Google Analytics and stuff. And I bet you I Googled it and I found out what it was, and I probably put that there. Or I don't know, EXP might have put it there. I don't remember. I set up my website in 2020, so I don't remember that.
It's defaulted in there.
Defaulted. Okay, thank you, Dawn.
No,
So
I don't know Google Analytics ID, and I have one.
okay. I was gonna say, I thought Brenda might have set that up. Because Brenda is the techie for all those Google things. All right, and one last one, or two last ones before we go, is homepage custom tagline. So yes, I have a tagline at the top of my website. It's my tagline. Let's get moving. If you want something like that, I don't know if it was Heather. Heather, I think we were discussing this section up here. But
That
here,
was me.
yep, here is the homepage custom tagline. Now, my area still did not change. My area still did not change. I still have eXpRealty in North Carolina, and my MLS still says North Carolina. Heather, what does yours say?
Mine says, so on the app, it doesn't say anything. So I've been sending people to the app, but on the web page, it says Myrtle Beach, but I want it to say North and South Carolina.
Okay. Oh, yours, you
Because I
said
live in High Point too.
so generally it should be your first one. It should be your main MLS. You have a first MLS and then a second MLS?
I have three, yeah.
Three. Oh yeah, so it should be your first one. Do you see more than one?
No, it's Myrtle Beach, but
Oh,
you
Myrtle
know,
Beach. Okay. And is that your
but a
main
lot of times because I post more on social media about Myrtle Beach because I love it more,
one?
people are like, they just assume I moved. And I'm like, I didn't move. I do High Point, I do Raleigh, Cary.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, so you don't want that, you don't want that, yeah, so I don't know. I would probably put in a support ticket to see if they could either remove that, just so people won't think that it's only one site. Or if it changes. I know that this one is related to your main office. But I wonder if they can cut it off. So if you want it cut off, I probably do a support ticket.
Okay.
Okay. Let's see, let's go back over there. And listings, I think listings, there was something right here. Oh, yes. So types served. All right. So say I was a commercial agent and I did no residential. I don't want people shopping for all of these other things. So I'm only going to choose commercial right here. Or say I only do light or multifamily, then I'm only going to have those two buttons turned on. Or if I don't want to do one of these things, I'm going to turn those off. So I don't need you on my website searching for commercial. because I'm not going to be working a commercial deal. So I have that turned off. I'm not working a pending deal and I'm not working a contingent deal. So I want those, I don't want people to see those, or I will work it because, you know, they may come back on market, but I don't even want clients getting hooked on them. So I just turned them off on my site, on my searchable by customers. So you could turn off certain things that will be searchable by your customers. All right. Most people will probably have all of them on. I'm just fancy and I turned a couple off just because I like to play with the buttons. Any questions there? Anybody could think of anything else right there? All right. All right, all right, all right. Here's some more defaults and some more things you can play with. But what I say is take about an hour and just roll through these settings. If you haven't already, take about an hour and roll through these settings, because these settings make all of the difference on how you show up to consumers. And this is just what my website looks like with all of the buttons I pushed and didn't push. Let me see if this has changed yet. Let me hit refresh. We want to see how long a change takes. Most of the time it's in real time. I don't know why that one seems to be stuck. We're going to check it out next week and see if it changed. I don't know why that one's stuck right there. Let's keep scrolling. So see, here is my about information, my profile, my bio, my name, my cell phone, my work phone, my direct line, my designations. These are all things that I have set up in my settings and my profile. And there we have it. And here is my second office. So see, there's what my first office looks like. I don't know why the full address is not there, but here is the second office. Here is my broker's phone number so I can stay in compliance. This is a Maryland compliance thing. And then over here, we have disclosure, disclaimers and information. And then we got that accessibility down there, and we have our fair housing statement. So all of this good stuff is set up for us to make sure we stay in compliance. Any questions? Anybody see anything on this website they don't understand where it is coming from or where it is feeding from? I need to evidently fix my address. You guys see that? That's probably in my profile, I wonder. Questions, 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 feedback, feedback, feedback. Everybody's quiet today.
Well, one thing I noticed is a lot of people just, take whatever kvCORE gives them and never goes in there and looks at it. And as you've just found out, everybody should look at all their stuff all the time to see, A, is it working right? B, does it have everything? And are you up to date? Because if you get a new designation, you want to add that on there. And you can customize it so it doesn't look like everybody else, which I don't feel like a lot of people know or do.
Right. You are right. That is our key takeaway. And that is the point of today. And that everybody needs to understand, Kathy, you are correct. Like, you can customize. A lot of people don't use the site because they think they only just have what EXP is giving them. But you can make a lot of changes. Now, I made some simplified changes to mine, but you can make a lot of changes to this website. You can make it very specific. You can make it general. Like, you see how I could cut out all of that search. Like, I really like that button. Like, if I just wanted people to search for single family houses, or, that's all I sold. If I have a niche and that's all I sold was commercial, all I sold was lot and land, I appreciate that one button that cuts off the rest, because my clients or my potential clients or my leads, when they're putting in a zip code and all I sell is lot or land and they've come to my website to search, I want their search to be very specific and be simplified. So to be able to cut off all of that other stuff is just one small thing that we have the capability of doing in that our kvCORE that we pay for. Hello, we pay $85 a month. We should be really taking a deep dive into kvCORE. And that's why I like these classes, because Kathy, I may be the instructor, but as you see, I can scroll through it. Every day I log into kvCORE, whether if I'm teaching the class or if I'm just playing with my own stuff, I find something else every single time.
Absolutely. And you don't know what you don't know, and you never stop learning. So,
Mhm.
and I want to take this opportunity to thank you, Nakia, because you are an agent just like the rest of us on here, and you have decided to give back to your EXP community with nothing other than high praise. In other words, no payment is
Thank you.
available. And that's one of the things I love about this company, you know, people doing that. I'm trying to figure out what I can do like you, because you have inspired me.
Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh my goodness, I could think of 100 things you could do, Kathy. You can do, oh, you know, it's very, so first of all, let me say thank you. I appreciate you. I appreciate the acknowledgement. And yes, sometimes I feel like helping others helps you. Cause see, I'm helping y'all, and you see I'm making changes in my kvCORE real time. Now, how many people want to bet that I would have never had time or thought about taking the time out each week to dig deep in the kvCORE? I would have just been going and going and going. So helping you is actually helping me. So I feel appreciated. I feel loved, and I thank you for that acknowledgement. And you know, as much as I could do and as much time as I have, I always want to give back, because being a servant leader, being a volunteer has taken me a long way. And I do try to find ways of volunteering and giving back that you know is within my comfort zone and sometimes out of my comfort zone. But thank you so much.
Well, I totally mean it. And you probably have told us this before, but for me and for everybody else, when you record these, where can we go to find them later on for refresher or to turn somebody new on?
So I have that work chat group, kvCORE work chat group. Go to your work chat and make sure you're in there. And if there is anybody new that I have not added to that work chat, speak now or forever hold your peace. But I can add you right now. And I'm just gonna make sure that you're in there.
The kvCORE Mastery Fridays, is that right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay, so that's where we find the recordings. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm there. I'm in there.
Right.
Yeah.
So, Nikki, I need to check and see if I'm in there, because I
Okay.
definitely need to go back to the beginning. I was kind of
Okay.
lost today.
Okay.
So can you
Well,
type that somewhere?
well, um, today you shouldn't have been lost, because because the website is just like one little button. So today's lesson wasn't connected to anything else.
Okay, no, it's something else, but okay.
Okay.
Well, Lisa, I'll tell you, you probably need to go through each one of her classes 3 or 4 times to really get it. I mean, kvCORE is a dynamic beast, and there are a lot of moving parts, and Nakia has kind of ratcheted it all down to be able to give it to us. But with most everything in my life, I have to go over it about 3 times before I start getting it.
Yeah. And also too, when I went to go sign into kvCORE, for some reason it still had me registered with Caldwell Banker. So when I said lost, I was just trying to get into my kvCORE EXP. So I was on a texting or emailing tech support. So that's kind of where I got off.
Oh, good. Well, yeah,
So,
they'll
Yeah.
help you get straight.
Yeah.
well, let me help you with that, Lisa. So Caldwell Banker had kvCORE?
Caldwell Bank, which one was it? Remax. I know Remax had it, because I actually thought it was a Remax product, but maybe I was, yeah. Caldwell, was it?
No.
Let me just
Caldwell
look at it,
Banker
because I
used
have the app
something
on my
else.
phone. Huh?
Caldwell Banker uses something else. They don't use kvCORE.
Hold on, let me pull it up.
But
Because I
let
have
me just, don't worry about it. But here,
oh, okay.
Go to kvcore.exprealty.com. Use
Okay,
your EXP passport email, which is your kvCORE email. I mean your EXP email. And you
right.
forgot my password, and use your EXP email address. And
And
they
it says it's not linked to it. I did that and it said it wasn't linked to it and I don't want to take up the time. I did.
So no, I know that you did. I'm saying you
Oh.
did. So what happened is you never set up your kvCORE probably when you onboarded. So you need to do an expert care ticket and
Okay.
ask them to create your kvCORE because it takes about 7. You have to click buttons. You have to do stuff during onboarding. This is not you. This is everybody in the world. When agents are going through onboarding, they aren't doing all of the steps in onboarding. Like I just had this call yesterday. Like every button they want you to click, every acknowledgement they want you to acknowledge leads to something else. And what happened is you didn't click something during onboarding for them to
Okay.
get kvCORE. So just go to expert care. If you don't know where expert care is, go into EXP workplace, type expert care, and there was a recent article and now you can save them to your phone. So that should pop right up. And just put in a help desk tickets. I still call it help desk. I'm old school, but they call it expert care, but it's the help desk.
Okay. Thank you so much for that.
You are welcome. Yep. And anybody else, if any, we do have any agent attraction specialists here and your network says my kvCORE isn't working, it isn't set up. They did not push a button during onboarding. So you just send them right back to expert care and have them to start fresh because that's all it is. Yeah. If the forgot my password doesn't recognize that EXP email, then that's all that happened.
So I just need to delete this app. This probably from my old group then. That's what it is.
Well, just sign out. Don't delete the app because you're going to need the app. But you're just going to sign out. And then once you get your EXP credentials up and running, and once it takes about a week, 3 to 5 days for them to set up your kvCORE website. So once you're all set up, then you can log back in and using your EXP credentials, and it'll just get you all set up on your EXP.
All right. Excuse me. Thank you, ladies.
You're welcome.
Nakia,
Yes, ma'am.
can you please check to see if I'm on the workshop group?
Oh, I am on the workshop group. Okay.
Marina, you said, are you in the work chat group?
Oh, I'm on my phone for the Zooms.
No,
So
I said, was that your question? I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you.
you say yes? Oh, I'm asking you if I am.
Oh, I will add you right now. Hold on, I see you are not there. I'm adding you. Let me make sure I have your last name. Wait a minute. Let me see. Romero.
Okay. He sent it to me already. Let me see. That was quick.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you.
You're
Nakia.
welcome. You're welcome. You should be added now. And if you just scroll through there, you'll
I
see
got it.
Zoom, you'll see some, not the Zoom recordings, you'll see I use YouTube links. So I just uploaded to YouTube, but they're not YouTube videos, so you can't go to my YouTube page and see it. They're private YouTube links, so they're not like public links, but you do have them. And I am like Kathy, go back and look once, look twice, look again. And you will find something different each time.
I'll do that. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. All right, ladies, thanks for spending
Thank you,
Friday morning
Nakia.
with me.
Bye.
I appreciate you guys.
See you next week.
Oh, next week, Kathy. Oh, next week I'm going to have a doctor's appointment. Let me see. Let me make sure.
Okay.
Yeah, my doctor's appointment is at 8:30 and it's the only time they could fit me in. So I'm gonna probably skip next week. I'll put a notice in that group, but you guys that are here right now, you know in advance that you're gonna have next Friday off because I have a doctor's appointment.
Yeah.
Well, keep the appointment and go back and look at one of her videos.
Yes, it's very important.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I will see you guys. I'll see you online. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Okay.
bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Yeah.
All right, hold on. Let me hit stop recording. And then
Yeah.
I'm gonna stay here. Hold on one